Welcome back to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on SmackDown, NXT, and Superstars results. I will give two separate reports for SmackDown results. While reports that and we give some brief news about some WWE superstars and some maybe one or two birthdays, and another a possible TNA star soon to debut in WWE, or possible two stars to be debuting in double E. While reports are that Chris Jericho will be finishing up with WWE soon, advertising indicates that he will be with the company through August SummerSlam pay-per-view, as confirmed. But Jericho is currently advertised for Raw live events through the Raw Super Show on June the 4th, which is 2 weeks away. He will then hit the road with his band Fozzy in the UK from June the 6th to June the 10th. He will host the Metal Hammer Global Awards in London on June the 11th. Based on that advertising, Jericho will return to work within WWE on June 15th. He is advertised for WWE events from then throughout the summer. On to SummerSlam on August the 19th. After that, he's got another event after that, including No Way Out on June 17th, Money in the Bank June 15th. Jericho and Fozzy will participate in the Rockstar Uproar Tour from August 15th through to September 30th. WWE is not advertising Jericho for any events after SummerSlam until October. He is also advertised for WWE's overseas tour in late October. And that's enough about Jericho. And now, as WWE champion, CM Punk noted on his Twitter pages that a flight to Sao Paulo, Brazil, was canceled earlier tonight, leaving the status of Wednesday's live event in jeopardy. Everything's just went sideways, Punk wrote. Sorry, Sao Paulo, we're working on it. Keep you posted. They're still trying to make the event, but they're only hours away because they are possibly 12 hours ahead of time into the future. Chris Jericho also acknowledged the cancellation as well, and noted that there's a mad scramble to find a place to sleep tonight. He added that the status of the show is unknown, thanks to the .net reader Cohen Morrison for passing that news along. WWE star Daniel Bryan turned 31 today. He was born May 28, 1981. Today being May 22nd, which was Tuesday, which now I'm doing this video on Wednesday morning. Former World Heavyweight Champion will be spending his birthday at the SmackDown tapings in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, and then he's off to Poughkeepsie, New York, before heading to Mexico for a few weeks. I should say a few events. Apologize. SmackDown took place in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, at Mohicans Arena at Casey Plaza. We didn't bother to advertise anything for this week's television show. Okay, technically they did ask whether John Laurinaitis has been fired or not, and not long after he won his match at Over the Limit. But I'm going to guess that that said question won't be a major selling point of the show anyways, because nobody's paying to see John Laurinaitis speak. Might as well say he sucks cock, for all I care. He used to be a pretty good wrestler. I didn't see his act on at the pay-per-view. Anyways, back to the results. Okay. Technically, they did ask, whether John Laurinaitis had been fired. I'm going to guess that the question be a major selling point. Okay, I already said that. Okay. WWE advertised 2 dark match for the SmackDown taping of Sheamus versus Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight Championship, and Randy Orton versus Kane in a street fight. WWE Raw is returning to Las Vegas, Nevada, July 16th. The company is running its first show at the Mandalay Bay Event Center rather than its usual location at the Thomas and Mack Center. This will actually be the final 2-hour edition of Raw, because from after that, it goes 3 hours from there to eternity until they are not making enough views for it. Or the network canceled them. And thanks to .NET Readers Josh Greenup for that post. The late Brian Pillman would have been 50 years old today, born May 22nd, 1962. He died October 5th, 1997 due to heart disease. And alcohol and painkillers contributed to his death. They just sped up his death. Just like smoking will speed up a lot of people's death and die of cancer. Former WWE wrestler Daniel Rodimer turned 34 years old. He was born May 22nd, 1978. At last check, the former WWE Tough Enough finalist was working in real estate. Former TNA knockout Tracy Brooks, a.k.a. Tracy Brookshaw, well, she turned 37 today. She was born May 22nd, 1975. She is married to fellow TNA wrestler, former WWE star, maybe for about a month or so, Frankie Kazarian. WWE Hall of Famer Stone Cold announced that he has finished shooting his Redneck Island in Mexico. The show will premiere on CMT on June the 9th at 9 p.m. Central Time. Follow Stone Cold online at twitter.com Steve Austin BSR. Austin is the host of a show that rounds up a dozen rednecks and then has them compete. That's similar to Tough Enough, so we'll find actually who's tough enough. I still maintain the biggest shock of the show should be the looks on their faces when they find out that Redneck Island is located in Mexico. Is there even a Walmart on that island? Or is it the plane? Fantasy Island. It's your fantasy to see if you can be tough enough. Or for that show, who could be more redneck than the rest? Okay, Cody Rhodes appeared at the WWE SmackDown taping on Tuesday, despite his time off thing on the tweet that he did on Twitter on Monday, which was trending worldwide. Rhodes made headlines on Monday by writing time off on his Twitter page. Speculation ran wild that he was going to be taking time away from the WWE after Over the Limit pay-per-view, but apparently that is not the case now, given his involvement at the tapings. But from the tapings, you can see that he may take time off and he may not. Okay. Alex Shelley, whose contract with TNA is set to expire very, very soon, and is reportedly jumping ship straight to WWE. Don't know if he's waiting his 90 days or not. This is according to former WCW broadcaster Mark Madden, as he wrote on Twitter. Good luck to Alex Shelley, WWE bound, a real talent. Let's see if he's used right. Shame to see Motor City Machine Guns break up. Best tag team in the United States today. John Morrison's website that he runs and owns, StarshipPained.com. That's Starship-Pained. That's PAINED.com. Well, he conducted a question and answer session on, so John Morrison doesn't run it, someone else does, conducted a Q&A with John Morrison himself on Saturday at the Motor City Comic-Con regarding a possible WWE return, and Morrison stated, yeah, maybe a year or so. It was previously reported in my videos, latest cryptic video, hyping. In fact, I did it on, I think, the Monday Night Raw, Monday's, the earlier episode that I just did earlier. A revolution coming to WWE featuring TNA star Matt Morgan, while some fans are debating whether it's really Matt Morgan or WWE Champion CM Punk featured in a promo. Thanks to PW Insider for that, and then they are reporting that the revolution has nothing to do with a wrestler debuting or returning. The new revolution is coming promo that's been airing on WWE.com is actually leading up to a WWE announcing a new video game release. The announcement is expected to be made next week prior to the upcoming E3 game convention in June. Well, folks, June is almost over. And finally, what you've all been waiting for, the next taping, or I should say NXT. Yes, the old never-ending season from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Report by .NET reader John Glenn. Jinder Mahal, like I said, I was going to call him Mahatma, beat Derek Bateman. Percy Watson defeated Heath Slater. Alicia Fox defeated Maxine. Great Khali and Ezekiel Jackson, what a tag team, defeated Drew McIntyre and Johnny Curtis. How many guys are coming back to the season? How many guys are leaving it in and then coming back in the same season? Wow, what a run, whatever you're running. Anyways. And there's a note that John missed a portion of the show. So some of the gaps were filled in by a PW Torch report. And Superstar taping, one match. Antonio Cesaro defeated Tyson Kidd. And now for report number 1 from SmackDown. Huge crowd on hand tonight, and almost every seat wasn't tarped off, was filled. There was a Brock Lesnar wannabe who was getting the crowd pumped up. CM Punk is finally on a collector cup. Eve came out to start the show. She kindly reminded us that Big Johnny was still in charge, but he wouldn't be here tonight. But that was a lie. He was there. As you will see later on in the results, he was there. She said that Sheamus would have an issue to will have to issue an apology, and she would name his opponent for No Way Out. Alberto Del Rio comes out and cuts a promo saying he should face Sheamus. Randy Orton comes out to a huge pop. He asked the people what they wanted. Well, of course, they're going to want RKO in some type of match. The people obviously wanted Orton, and Kane came out and said he should be facing Sheamus. Okay, so Eve decided to have a triple threat match to decide who will face Sheamus at No Way Out. And that becomes a #1 contendership. Match #1, finally, after all that melee crap. Christian defeated Honico. Christian won with a cool switch after a frog splash. Decent action, back and forth. So I'm wondering, since he did the frog splash, who he actually dedicated it to, either RVD or Eddie Guerrero. Depends on which version of the frog splash he did. So you'll have to watch the Friday's SmackDown. Cody Rhodes comes out, cuts a promo. He spoke about how he restored the pride into the Intercontinental Championship. He said he's going to take back what's rightfully his in 3 seconds. Match #2, Darren Young and Titus O'Neil defeated the Uso brothers. Young and Neil won an okay match, nothing really special. Then they showed an ad for Sin Cara returning next Friday on SmackDown. For those that don't know, he was backstage at the pay-per-view on Sunday, this past Sunday. Over the limit. Well, he was backstage. He was over backstage. Santino Marella defeated Ricardo Rodriguez. Why this match wasn't much happening, I don't know. It was a dumb comedy match that you wouldn't see at a house show, but Santino won with a Cobra. I hope they edit that out for the show, because he's digging in his pants, you know that. He probably played with himself before he struck him with a Cobra. Okay, match #4 would have been Ryback destroying 2 jobbers, which is a handicap match, and that's what they plan on doing throughout this month, and I believe it's handicap matches. And there was no names for the 2 jobbers. But there were some Goldberg chants at the beginning of the match. I wonder why, because the dude kind of looks like Goldberg, but Goldberg was taller and more skinnier. And Ryback, he's whatever you will call him. He's not fat or big bellied like myself, but then too he's not as skinny as a beanpole. So that gives you any clue. Okay. Sheamus comes out to a huge pop. He said what happened on Raw was an accident. He said it would not. He would like to apologize to Big Johnny being a big horse's horse. Then said if he had to choose his opponent for No Way Out, it would be Randy Orton. Excuse me. Came out and to huge heat for Miss Piggy Guerrero. Couldn't make out anything she said. Excuse me, I gotta go to the bathroom. Just to get your attention. Well, so Vicky came out. Huge heat for Vicky. Couldn't make out anything she said. Sheamus defeated Jack Swagger with Vicky Guerrero. Good match. Decent back and forth action. Swagger worked the knee on Sheamus. Swagger is a good wrestler. He just needs a restart. Sheamus won with a brogue kick. Okay, then you got match #6. Damon Sandow squashed Yoshitatsu again. Not much to say about that match, but Damon owned him. Big Show cut a promo. He explained why he made the decision he made. Vicky either put people, unlike other people who get fired, he loved his job and he felt betrayed by everyone. A "you sold out" chant broke out and said he was all alone in the world A Cena chant then broke out. Basic promo talking about how the fans didn't care about him, and he didn't care about them. Next match was Alberto Del Rio defeating Randy Orton and Kane in the triple threat to become the new #1 contender. Kane made his entrance, and he was ambushed by Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan nailed him repeatedly with a chair. A huge Borgasm chant broke out. Del Rio made his entrance, followed by Orton, who tripped on the rope on his way to do the pose. He smiled and did the pose. You know how they are. They'll go to the ring and pose for the fans. Okay. Whichever what Randy Orton does it one way, Hulk Hogan does it the other way. And what have you. Okay. What happened in the match? It was a triple threat for the #1 contender. Kane made his entrance, ambush Daniel. Okay, I already read that. Okay, good three-way match. Orton looked strong through the whole thing. Kane hit Del Rio with a chokeslam. Bryan came out to distract Kane, who was then RKO'd by Orton. Randy went for the cover. Del Rio kicked him out of the ring and got the 3 count. Okay, that did not make any sense. How can you get a 3 count for being outside? I don't think anybody was paying attention to that report when they typed it in and then sent it in. It's like doing spell check. It should be sentence structure as well. Well, that's how it was on the paper, so that's how I'm reading it. Okay, a dark match happened. Sheamus defeated Alberto Del Rio with Ricardo Rodriguez by disqualification. Sheamus challenged Del Rio, but Del Rio backed out. Sheamus dragged Del Rio back into the ring. Del Rio broke a hold. Okay, Sheamus getting the upper hand to finish with Ricardo. A brogue kick to send the crowd home happy. And the finish was Ricardo went to the top rope, giving Sheamus a body splash, causing the disqualification. Then Sheamus quickly recovered and gave poor Ricardo an attitude adjustment brogue kick to send the crowd home happy. Notes and overall, almost a packed house with the crowd into the show. Matches were, well, they were okay. Nothing much memorable. I'd rather go to a chicken house show or a pay-per-view with the television taping that's rarely even wrestling. Okay, the dude, the digital report, here's his version of biggest pops. Got Randy Orton, Sheamus, and Daniel Bryan. Most heat. Heat meaning heels, Vicky Guerrero, Big Show, Alberto Del Rio. But you already knew that. And now for the second report. Eve Torres opened up SmackDown on behalf of John Laurinaitis. Alberto Del Rio interrupts and wants a World Heavyweight Championship title match against Sheamus at No Way Out. This brings out Kane and Randy Orton, who also want titles. Heck, I want a title. You want to go throw them around. Eve announces a 3-way for later on in the evening to determine the #1 contendership. WWE Intercontinental Champion Christian defeated Hunico in the first match. Second match, Titus O'Neil and Darren Young beat up the Usos. And that was match number 2. Match number 3, Cody Rhodes cut a promo and says he will get his Intercontinental title back from Christian. Ryback comes out next with a black eye and squashes 2 local wrestlers. Vignette airs that say Sin Cara will return next week. We get the WWE United States Champion Santino Marella defeating Ricardo Rodriguez. World Heavyweight Championship champion Sheamus comes out and talks about John Laurinaitis and what has happened on Raw. Sounds like he's doing apology to apologize, but he doesn't. Okay. Alright. Titus O'Neil and Darren Young defeated Usos. Cody Rhodes cut a promo and says he will get his Intercontinental title back from Christian. Ryback comes out with a black eye and squashes 2 local wrestlers. Vignette airs that Sin Cara returns next week. United States Champion Santino Marella defeated Ricardo Rodriguez. Sheamus comes out and talks about laryngitis and what happened on Raw. It sounds like he's going to apologize, but he never does. Sheamus defeated Jack Swagger with a road kick in a match. Damien Sandow made his debut and defeated Yoshitatsu. Big Show come out and took a seat in the ring. He feels betrayed by everyone and talks about John Laurinaitis rehiring him. Show says he doesn't care about what anyone thinks, but he doesn't care about because he doesn't care about the fans either. But Kane comes out for the 3-way main event, but Daniel Bryan attacks him with a chair and a brawl. See how different it was? There's a chair in this one, and nothing about the other one. Alberto Del Rio beat Kane and Randy Orton in the 3-way to become the new #1 contender in the world to the World Heavyweight title. Daniel Bryan distracted Kane again, which led to him getting an RKO. Del Rio broke the pin up and stole the victory from Randy Orton to end the show. He gave the Brogue Kick on Orton, and then Sheamus came out and hit the Brogue Kick on Del Rio to end it. Thanks for viewing, and next week will be my next video. Stay tuned. Same Shreveport time, same Shreveport channel. Probably late night, Monday for Monday nights, and then SmackDown late Tuesday night. Peace out. God bless.